VR, the future of gaming, future of interaction. Today, I'm going to be giving you the reasons why you maybe shouldn't buy VR. Before we start this video, I do have to say, this is an opinion of one guy, one man's opinion about VR. Now, without further ado, let's get into the first reason why you shouldn't buy VR. VR is very expensive. The reality is that VR isn't a cheap product depending on what you get. Let's say you're getting an Oculus Quest 2, like I have. This is one of the cheaper models. The price is around $480 or like secondhand at $500. I don't know, man. People just like don't understand the value of secondhand stuff. Trust me, I looked in my area and people are confused that when you have a device that's secondhand, just because you don't want it anymore doesn't mean it holds the same value. But shit, you're worried about the faceplate things not fitting. Well, you can get that fit pack for $54. And you also want to keep your headset somewhere stored, preferably in the shadow of darkness so it can't get to the light, or you want to take it somewhere. Well, good news. They have a bag there that you can buy for $95. What? You wear glasses? Well, get fucked, Four Eyes. Can't remember what it's called. And they're gonna put that in there and that's gonna cost you $30 to $60. Oh, and don't get me started on the 5-meter cable for $80 from Facebook or Meta, whatever they're calling themselves now. God knows that if you have any connectivity issues over wired, they're gonna be like, well, it's the third-party cable, 200%. You know, it can't be anything else. That is like $659 on the jump. That's a lot of smackaroos. Plus, there's also buying the games, but we'll get into that later. Energy use and motion sickness. So this category is split for a good reason, so relax, Timothy. It's the most ridiculous name I can think of. If there's a Timothy out there, I'm sorry, Timothy. This is footage of me playing Beat Saber.
Holy fuck. That's not fun. I don't want to do that anymore.
This is also footage of me playing Zero Caliber for the very first time.
Oh my god. I don't think I can play this. Oh god. Oh shit.
Look, you may not have let yourself go as far as I have, or at all. Jesus Christ, I get it. I've got to get my shit together, okay? Can't you see? This is a black coffee. Also, side note, preemptive shut the fuck up about anybody who says VR is great for losing weight. I know it is, all right? I've already injured myself doing a squat and Beat Saber, all right? I know about fitness. Motion sickness in VR until it actually happens. You can go on a roller coaster, fly an airplane. Hell, I can even be in the same car as my wife. And VR, I still had a little bit of time adapting the first time. Shut the VR was rough as guts. When I first got it, it's kind of sucked. Zero Caliber also kind of brought back up some really like hard time with like movement, but sometimes people can get VR, have motion sickness, and that motion sickness never goes away. Like the sickness up here. Plus it takes energy and movement, but when you're having a big week, you'll pack up and forget that you had VR for like a month, or you won't forget as much as you can't be bothered, all right? You'd rather just come home and play like Viva Pinata. Do people still play Viva Pinata? Is that on PC? Limited game selection. I know this is a classic because a lot of people told me when I was buying a VR headset or looking at buying a VR headset, they said there is limited game selection. And like when you invest, it's kind of like in for the future that you might buy some games in the future that you really like. The reality is that VR is new, it's fresh, it's happening. It's on fleek. Do people say fleek still? They tend to have a limited number of people making quality products. Either the game is bullshitting that it has VR in Steam's fucking VR category, or they are full-blown dog shit if they're free or super cheap. This can be annoying when you're wanting to try and find something new and don't have time to look everywhere. You just have to accept the fact that that's just how it is. This is kind of like the third point, but more specific. Cost doesn't stop. VR games are good when they are good, but most of them are just kind of expensive. The reality is that it's going to be spending like $30 to $40 on each game because it is a specialty sort of product, right? It's not the same as PC gaming or console gaming where you can play like League of Legends, Apex Legends, Dota, RuneScape, lots of like free to play games that are quite quality. You don't really have that selection here on VR, you know, and $30 $40 is also applying to indie games just as much as AAA studios. Most VR games are short, and unless you're a fiend for VR, then you may not get the $500 initial investment that you made for VR, so it's definitely something to think about. Also, side note, you are going to see so many sex simulators, like Steam is riddled with them. I mean, look, if you're like, ooh, oh, ooh, oh, oh. Well, enjoy yourself. There's a frustrating amount of content out there for perverts. I'm a pervert. I've never used it. You can't prove. And if you don't like it, I would suggest filtering your categories vigorously when searching through VR content, especially if you have a computer or a family shared computer, or it's people can see, or just, you know, nobody wants to see that. As always, I appreciate your time. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Check out the links below. I stream on Twitch and post on my socials pretty often. Links below. Appreciate you and happy playing VR.